Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my review for...
Men.
I'm sorry, I just had to. This movie was directed by Alex Garland, the director of Dread and Annihilation, the former of the two, being a movie that doesn't get nearly enough love as it should, and it starred Jessie Buckley and Rory Kinnear, among others. This movie tells the story of a young woman played by Jessie Buckley who, after a tragedy, goes to the English countryside to just get away from it all for a while. She rents this country estate that's run by a very mysterious and kind of awkward but ultimately innocent-seeming guy played by Rory Kinnear, and, well, things don't go well at all. When it comes to A24, I always give A24 a chance because they have actually had a pretty solid track record, especially when it comes to horror. But when it comes to A24 and horror, it's a double-edged sword. On one edge, you've got the type that's a slow burn horror but still very effective. Lighthouse and Hereditary immediately spring to mind. But then there's the other side, where the horror is taken so seriously that it pretty much tanks the movie. Count Midsommar and Men in that category, because Men was so bad, but my god, it was so silly that I got a kick out of it. Firstly, though, credit where credit is due. Jessie Buckley obviously needed to see a chiropractor because she carried this movie on her back. Like, she was the emotional heart of the movie, and despite some of the dumb decisions her character made, Jessie Buckley did a really good job and was the best performance of the movie. If you pay attention to the trailer, it is not a spoiler, but Rory Kinnear plays multiple characters in this, some of which are, well, younger versions of himself. And the de-aging is really bad here. Like, seriously, there is a character where it's young Rory Kinnear, and he looks like Harvey Keitel from Taxi Driver. Like, seriously, all he needs is the white hat and Travis Bickle to shoot him, and is like the cycle's complete. There were more than a few scenes that definitely affected me when the camera was allowed to play with the visual storytelling and not get super over the top. There was actually quite a bit of stuff where I was like, okay, movie, you got me. Those shots are all in the first 20 minutes. The rest of the movie, oh no. God bless the filmmakers' hearts. They really tried to make us scared of, well, trees and mixing bowls and try to tell us that all men kind of suck. But I'm sorry, there have been movies that have done all three of those things better, and there's also, like, way better men suck movies. Promising Young Woman immediately springs to mind. I mean, at least that movie had a orchestral cover of Toxic by Britney Spears. God bless his movie Soul, it tries to disturb you, but there are just some cases where I was just like, how did this make it past the writer's room? I don't know how many Nostalgia Critic watchers there are out there, but do you remember the Nostalgia Critic episode where he reviewed The Cell, that really weird movie with Vincent D'Onofrio and Jennifer Lopez? And times where we're supposed to be disturbed by something, Doug would go, "Be disturbed," and he would go and he would have this crowd noise of, "Ah!" That happened more than once in the movie. Like, seriously, there were several times where I was just like, "Be disturbed." Ah! I didn't want to laugh at certain things, but by God I did. And I kind of felt a tad guilty, but again, I just did not know what I was watching. Again, I feel like the filmmakers were trying to tell a certain message and shock us into believing a certain thing. And I believe it did, but I mean, when so much crazy stuff is going on, you tend to forget what the message was trying to be, and instead your mind is laser focused on the crazy stuff that's happening. I gotta give this movie a horrid rating with the asterisk of it was at the very least fun to watch. So I guess you could chalk it up as a so bad it's good movie. Sadly, this has entered the Midsommar territory where this movie is begging to be taken seriously, but has no self-awareness, and so you just can't help but laugh at the insane things that are happening. Like, for example, in Midsommar, where the girl bakes the pie for the dude that contains some of her... not this kind of hair, but... you know. And it ends with the dude being burned alive in a bear costume. You couldn't at least have him run up and punch someone out? Come on, man. Ari Aster, what were you thinking? I would love to hear your thoughts on Men, because, wow. Seriously, though, what were your thoughts on this? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say about it. And if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.